G'day Bodgies and Widgies and welcome back to the channel. Here we are in front of my 400 gallon, almost native Australian Pauldarium. In this tank I specifically showcased 12 beautiful Archerfish, and today we're going to feed them a whole tub of live crickets. The whole reason I built this aquarium as a Pauldarium was to exhibit this behaviour where we throw some insects up into the surface area and watch the Archerfish spit them down with pinpoint accuracy. And I know for a fact that my archers do spit, so I thought that this would be a fantastic way to showcase that behaviour and really see the extent of their archering skills. So I say enough talking and let's have a quick update of the aquarium before we feed the fish. Okay, so update-wise, there are three main things that I wanted to talk about. First of which is the plants. Plants are absolutely doing amazing. They're all growing. Pothos vines are going left and right. The arrowhead plants over on this section have literally breached the lid without any more space to grow. I think it's time to trim them, to be honest. And I also added some new plants, being some peace lilies. They are sending roots everywhere, and all of these plants are absorbing all the nitrates in this tank. So I actually haven't done a water change in probably a month and a half, even though I can kind of just tell Alexa to turn on a water change and it just happens. I've got voice control water changes, it's pretty cool. But anyways, because of all the nitrate reduction, the fish have also been putting on growth like crazy because I've been feeding the hell out of them as well. But speaking of fish, there's a couple of things different. You'll notice that there are some rainbow fish in the tank. I'm going to take them out eventually because I kind of re-added all my rainbows. Didn't like how active they were. It just didn't really suit the vibe of the tank all that much. So I removed them and put them back into my South American tank. These are just what's left. But down the bottom of the tank right here, you'll notice that there are some South American Geophagus, which are not very native Australian at all. These Geos were dropped off by a long-term viewer and a phenomenal YouTuber, Gil from Gil's Fish Room. I'll have his channel linked in the description down below. Top bloke. He bred these Geos for me quite a fair while ago and was able to come down to the fish room and drop them off. The thing is that they can't really go into my South American tank because they'd probably eat all my neon tetras and uproot all the plants, which I do not want. So they're in here for the moment. But it's also got me thinking of whether I should really stay as stringent to a native Australian tank as I originally thought I would. Because, funnily, the monos aren't native Australian, they're actually an African species, but they still kind of fit the overall look and feel of the tank. So I'm thinking whether I just keep the geos and maybe we kind of change things up a little bit in terms of getting some weird and quirky oddball fish from around the world, whether that is something like a black ghost knife or an elephant nose, maybe even something like a bichir, because all of those fish would still work well with the future additions being a trio of Australian lungfish. So let me know what your thoughts are about that in the comments down below, because it's been going on in my head for a little bit and I really want to know what kind of stocking or more fish you'd like me to add into the tank, because I'm still a little bit on the fence about that. But I say enough talking about all of the update stuff, and let's get these hungry archers fed, and I'll talk to you about the game plan of how we're going to do that. Alright, I got myself a stool, I've got the crickets. What I think I'm going to do is just jump up, open the entire box, and just put the box into the tank, and that way the archers should see the crickets jumping out from the box and start shooting them down. At least that's what I'm thinking, so let's come up close, put them in, and see what happens. Okay, up we go. Oh, the lid's not coming off. I'm thinking we should just put it right there. I think that works. Yeah, look, I think that works. Because it's, oh no, they're just falling. We'll see what happens. Oh, look at them. Look at all the archers lining up right there. Oh, look at that. Oh, did you see that? Old mate just jumped. That is crazy. Why are my archerfish not shooting, but they're jumping? Oh, that was a clean shot. That was so cool. Let's see if we can kind of bring you up a little bit. Ooh. Oh my god, they're jumping up like quite a fair bit. That's a shot. Let's see. What the heck? I don't know why they keep jumping for them. Look at how well they're waiting. Just keen as for a shot. That's so cool. Look at this guy. Just finished a mouthful of cricket and he's come back for round 2. You know what would be interesting if I did this. Let's see if we can kind of. What's funny is my empire gudgeon is holding territory over that one spot where the archers are lining up. So he keeps trying to chase them away. I wonder if he's... Oh, there we go. Look at that. Let's see who gets that one. Just a floater right there. Oi. No one yet. Oh, there we go. Downed. Well, in terms of the box, it seems like it is almost empty. What I think I might do now is pretty much just empty the rest up on that top area, and we'll just see if any more shoot them down. But I think right now they're kind of just on cleanup duty. Whatever's close to the rock, they're kind of jumping at. But yeah, they're definitely still hungry, it seems like, but a little bit more toned down. So we'll kind of get the wide view of everything. Oh, did you see that? That was a fish shooting. But that one, oh, there we go. That was a jump and a clean take. Yeah, the archers are definitely ready. Oh, there's one coming down. Oh, there we go. Finished. Let's get the wide angle look, because if there is a cricket straight ahead. And that one is playing a very, very risky game. That close down to the water. Look at that. Boom. Finished. Seems like even the geophagus are curious. There's a couple more that have come down to the waterline. Does seem like they're getting a little bit full though. Oh, there we go. That was 2. That was 2 done. Oh man, what an experience that was. I'm looking at all of them, full bellied with a mouthful of cricket. They look so, so cool. And that was such a blast to watch. It's definitely something that I want to do more of. Funnily, there's way more crickets than I thought, not only in the tank, but also left over in the carton. So I could definitely do another one of these in the upcoming days. And I've only done this once or twice before, but this is probably the most voracious they've been. I also did intentionally not feed them for a day before. And normally I feed them like twice or thrice a day with a mix of pellet and freeze-dried insects. But seeing how well they attacked those live crickets was like a proud dad moment almost. But also they were jumping a lot more than they were spitting. And I think that jumping behavior is something that they might actually grow out of and get better at spitting when they get bigger, because they obviously will have more mouth capacity to spit larger volumes of water. Whereas right now it's like a drop. It's literally a drop of water that's so thin that they shoot up at something. And often it's not as accurate or strong enough to knock a cricket down into the water. So they're kind of waiting for them to come right up down to the surface, and then they just leap of faith and get a mouthful of insects. So very, very cool. If you'd like to see more feedings like this, make sure you let me know in the comments down below. We could even try some different bugs, like maybe some roaches or like flightless fruit flies. Just a whole range of different stuff we can get our hands on. I feel like that would be very, very cool. So let me know how you found this video. Also, in terms of stocking, what your thoughts are, potential fish to add, maybe the way that I should direct the future stocking of this tank. Very, very curious on that. But Bodgies and Widgies, I love you all. Thank you so much for all of your support and watching this video. And as always, stay happy, stay safe, stay Aussie Australian. Bodgie out.